we didn't have the money to build the car, so we went down to Daytona to borrow money. And Bill Sr. had to go in Bill Sr.'s office and sign a bunch of papers, and then he sent us to the bank. And anyway, we had to give up plan money. We had so much plan money, so if you made the race, this is you got the purse money, and we get the plan, or the bank gets the plan money, blah, blah, blah. So we built that car, spent all the money, of course, which I just looking for stuff for you on this deal. I ran across the notes, actually. I didn't even know I still had them from the bank. And,
wow.
Where we'd signed them and stuff. And I thought we'd borrowed $30,000, but I guess it was only like $15,000, which was,
back then.
That's a lot of money to us.
Yeah.
So we get the car done. It's really nice, and we go down to Daytona, and we're practicing, and we're running pretty good. And in the last practice on Saturday before the Sunday qualifying back in, the steering box, there were some little bearings in the bottom of the steering box deal. Well, they had either come apart or something when he come off a turn 4, and when you'd go across where everybody come across the racetrack, there would be a little dip there, and the car always went to the wall a little bit. Well, he turned, and then he hit the wall. Come down through there, and I'm jumping off the top of the truck because I'm seeing him. Last time I seen him, he was headed past the end of pit road, so I'm running out there, and the car's tore up pretty bad. The whole right side and nose and tail, and the hood was still okay. So, and the frame's bent, the rear end house is bent. And we pull it around there, and I'm looking at it, and Dad's all down the dumps. And I said, fly me home. I'm going to go to Petty's Sunday morning. This is Saturday. Fly me home tonight. I'll be at Petty's Sunday morning, pick up the sheet metal we need, and I'll get Cy Earnhardt helped us, which I don't think Cy and them was any relation to Dale and them. I think it's just Earnhardt's from Concord. And Cy was in racing, too. He's passed away now. And a couple other boys, Philip Casper and I can't remember the boy's name right now. My God, I know it. But anyway, so they had a little car lot right out there on 73, and they had old bread truck van. I think it had 6-cylinder in it, honestly. If it didn't, it had a low gear in it.
Yeah.
So we put up a sheet across there, and I went Warren Proud at Petty's, got me all the stuff. I come home, and that's a Sunday. So, there ain't nothing open on Sunday back in them days. I mean, I need a converter to convert a drill over so I can put this nose together and stuff on the way down there. Never found one, so Dad had a hand drill. You spin like it, like you're beating eggs.
Yeah.
And I took it and pop rivets and drill bits. And anyway, I built that whole nose up and put it on the bumper and everything on the way down there while them boys drove me down.
On the way down there?
To Daytona, yeah. On the way down.
You were doing the work?
I was back of the van, in the back of that bread truck. We was going down 95. We were going, I'm going,
How were you going?
It was bad.
I bet that was the best weld you ever did.
Well, it wasn't welding. I was just riveting and drilling holes and bolting the nose to the bumper and putting the headlight doors on, screening the grill, and getting it all mounted in it so we just get there and stick it on.
So this would have been, was this the 500?
Yeah, this is for 500, Daytona 500, and what would that be, 78 Daytona 500. So we get down there.
How hot was it in that truck?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're that young. It don't make any difference how hot it is or cold. So before I went down, though, the Kansas Jack people had just put a Kansas Jack deal over there, a frame jig over on the Arcus side. And I told Dad, I said, go over and pull that frame while I'm gone. And he did. They stripped it out and pulled the frame. And when we got back, he was just coming back over to the Cup garage. So the old garage, there was when you come in that gate, and I don't know if it's still there when you started, it probably was, but Petty's always had the first stall. And then you go out in the Goodyear building, So, but on the end there was a little canopy. And a lot of people washed their cars there after, the 150s or whatever. So we put it right there and started rebuilding it and fixing it up. And I remember Dad and Frank Warren was over there with a bottle jack and a torch straightening the rear end housing, the chain. And anyway, with all the boys' help I brought down, Doug Shin was the other boy's name. We jumped around that car and done the body work and hung stuff. And that was Monday. Well, I had to wait and get them signed in Monday morning. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're ready to go back on the racetrack. And he goes, shakes it down because we got to get a qualifying time in or we can't run the 150s.
Yeah.
So, he just went out and shook it down and got a qualifying time. It wasn't fast enough to make the race if you fell out, but I knew we could make it in the race. So we're running, I don't remember where we was running. We're running the top 15 back in them days. I can't remember. Maybe the top 10. And right there before the motor blew up, and we're done. So we came home with our tails between our legs.
After all that, you
Yeah.
didn't make the race.
No, we did not.
I think I read a story that you sent me where your dad basically wanted to, I guess, go home.
That was it. Yeah, that's the one. That's the story.
And you said, no, we're going.
Yeah.
Why did you want to do it so bad?
Well, because I could have been, we could do it. I mean, it was 2 weeks we were in Daytona, basically, not really, but almost 2 weeks back in, and that was Saturday before the 500.
Right.
So the Saturday week before.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you still had 3 or 4 days of qualifying. Qualified through Wednesday, if I remember right, and then the 150s back in were on Thursday, and then you raced on Sunday. But so I knew we had time. Why not?
Yeah.
We already spent all this money. Might as well spend a little more that we ain't got. But we didn't make the race, and that kind of started the year off bad.